see that there's some quick short videos that do different things to set up the different parts of this so that you can be set up and ready to roll. So go ahead and follow along. If you have to pause, you can most certainly do that. Let's first start with going to My Profile. In your profile, we're going to need to do a couple things. First thing we're going to do is just create your signature. So first step is to click on Enable Signatures on all outgoing messages. And then we're going to just go ahead and put your name here. We're going to put, whatever your title is and you want them to see on emails going out through the automations. And then we're going to put contact information, right? Okay, so something very basic here, but go ahead and customize yours as you want. If you got something you want to copy and paste over from your business currently, you can most certainly do that. Important here, we've got to select Update Profile. So we're going to hit that blue button and update the profile, which will then save that signature. And then we'll move on to now connecting your calendar. All right, now we're going to walk through how to connect your calendar. This is going to be crucial because in the automations, there's going to be links built into the automations that are going to trigger for the client, the lead, to schedule on your calendar so they can pick a time that works best for them. So we're going to hit Add New. I'm going to go ahead and connect to Google Calendar. And up the top left, you're just going to sign in with Google. So next thing is what we're going to do is go back to your profile and we're going to actually build a calendar for the link. All right, in this one, let's go ahead and go to the Calendars actual tab in your settings. And very simply, if you've ever had anything like Calendly before, this is going to be very simple. We're going to create a new calendar. So we're going to click on that. We're going to go ahead and default always to round robin. There's different ways you can do, whether it's collective booking, classroom style booking. Round robin seems to be the thing that makes the most sense about just having different options. So we're going to select round robin. And then it's just as simple as, labeling what your person is going to see. We're going to do life benefits overview with, and I would just go ahead and put your name, right? Make sure that your name's in this so that we as system administrators can really identify whose calendar it is. And I always think it's good for the person that you're working with to kind of see who you are as well and make sure your name is mentioned in that. Select team members. You're going to go to yourself. So make sure you're selecting your name here under select team members. And then we're going to create a custom URL. So I'm just going to say life overview test, right? Name, no spaces. You can put whatever you want there as long as it's available, but something that kind of goes with what you're doing would always be good. We're going to leave this for 30 minutes. Your next section is just to kind of select the times and dates that you would like to be available. If there's certain days you don't want, you can take those and unselect it. These are times you're saying, hey, I want to make sure that on these days I can have somebody book on my calendar. I'm allowing that. So we're going to hit confirm here. If you want to take the time to go further into this, this is going to actually create the calendar. And I'm going to show you some things we need to make sure we do. We're going to close this out. Re-click on the actual calendar itself over here on the three dots. We're going to go back to edit and take us into the advanced settings. Now, this is where you can click and upload a logo if you want for your, whether it's a snapshot of your face, whether it's your agency logo, whatever you want, you can put right here. This is the name that pulls over. You can add a description. So in this meeting, we will review a life needs analysis and answer any questions you have. Remember, we're building this to do your cross-selling on your life insurance, whether it's final expense for people to schedule on your calendar to drive additional revenue. So we want to make sure it relates to that. Everything else, this is just what it will go in your calendar. So I always like to put that it's contact name, life overview with test with your first name. That way, when it's scheduled on your calendar and their calendar, that's what they see. You can select the color, all that fun stuff. We do want to make sure on this next step that we go to the custom and we put phone. I like this because it lets them know and you know that it's going to be a phone call, right? So that's going to be the default. Next thing we're going to do is go to availability. This is where I would spend some time if you want to customize what days are available. It gives you the opportunity to do that again. Now, remember, if you have it available from 8 to 5, as long as you keep your calendar up to date, the system will not schedule over something you already have scheduled. So that's something to know. Meeting interval, you can change it here. The minimum scheduling notice. This is important. How long or how far out do you have to be notified before they can schedule? Like, we'll go ahead and put a day. So they can't schedule earlier than 1 day out from the time they're looking at the calendar. Then how long out do you want them to see? Now, when we're talking about life insurance options and them scheduling, we want to hit them as quick as we can when they're interested. So I would say don't go any more than 2 to 3 days out. Make them try to be forced to schedule as quick as possible. Then we're going to go ahead and move to the next step, forms and payment. This is just basically allowing them to add guests if they want to. You can add that and check that off. That way, if they want to do that, they can. Next step is to go to notifications and additional options. We do want to do some things here. We want to make sure that we select that the contact should receive this notification, the guest, and then the assigned user, which is you. This tells the system that when there is an actual scheduled event, that they acknowledge and send it to the contact, the guest, and any assigned user. And we want to allow Google to send invitations and update email address to attendees. And that's what we want to make changes right there. Customizations, again, allows you to kind of customize, put another photo, do all the things. We're not going to do anything here. Last thing is to hit save. Once you've done that, your calendar is now set up. And we're ready to make sure we add this calendar in your profile. So as you can see here, like we just built, your calendar is now built. It's ready to go. Now we're just going to go back to the profile and very simply add this calendar to your profile. So you can see here in the profile, we go down to the calendar tab and you can see yours should show up right there. Life Benefits Overview with Test. This allows you to make sure that the system knows that when you're the assigned user, it's going to use this calendar link so that when that lead clicks on it, it's going straight to your calendar and your calendar only. The other thing I'd make sure is we got your updated information. That way you have it here for if anybody needs to reach out to you. So just make sure all your profile information is logged in here correctly and you're good to go. All right, and that's really as simple as that. We're going to go ahead and remember, it's crucial when we make changes here that we hit update profile. And now you should be ready to be taking leads, inputting leads into the system, starting automations, and getting after it. So that is the setup process here for getting live and ready to roll for all of your leads and automations. Again, if you've got any questions, please reach out to us at Gen1 at gen1agency.com, and we'd be happy to help you through the process. So thank you for your time. Hope this was very, very helpful.